Yeah, baby. It's the Mark. It's the Kark. The Lark. The Narc. I'm not Narc. Guys, I love you. Subscribe and like. We're doing the M Tower, the Mysterious Tower, and I'll do a mysterious theory. Although to me, it's more of a fact. It's more of a philosophy for life about the digital world, the physical world, and how it relates to this wonderful game we're playing here. It's Dragon Quest X. It's an MMO. Like I said, guys, Mysterious Tower event. Before I get into my theory, let me go ahead and explain a little bit about this event here. It's gonna be my second explanation, so I should be really good at it. I forgot to turn my mic on, so that's on me. But no problem. We'll explain it again. We'll explain it again. You know, it's so good that I got to explain it 2 times because now, like I said, I'm kind of a vet at this. I'm kind of like the most professional event explainer you've ever seen in your life. You've ever witnessed. So over here, we have this giant tower, 70 floors. And over here in the lobby, you have the preparation area, and then a couple of NPCs that deal with your accessory that you get for this event. It's all for this one accessory, and you can also use it to use the materials to edit that accessory to get others. And essentially, you can build the stats of this accessory yourself, which is pretty cool. I believe you get a passive boost of 15 to any stat at the end. Very helpful. And yeah, you get the card accessory for hanging out in the tower, so I guess, you know, this is your local Walmart where we're camping out for 3 days to get a couple boxes. But we're just getting one card. We are not scamming, you know, we're not reselling it. You can't resell the card. So, we're still good guys. No worries, guys. Honestly, there are no real good or bad guys. So, feel free to believe what you believe. You know, I could be the greatest scammer of your life. But if you think this video is a scam, make sure you like it so that other people will be able to tell if it's a scam too. I think, yeah, that makes sense. Look, don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. So yeah, this is a solo quest or solo event. Excuse me. This is the solo quest, but this event is done solo, so you're just a Magic Knight class, and you gotta fight a bunch of floors, do a bunch of bosses. There's a mystery on each floor as well, dictated by a pot, and if you solve the mystery, you get more equipment, or sometimes different items, or what do you call them, pots to use. So you solve it with the pots, and you get pots, and then they summon little partners for you, so you're not completely alone. Because you are never completely alone. There is always you in the spirit. You in the analog. And that's what I'm getting into today. So I think that's the main explanation of what we're... Oh, wait, no, hold on. So, I'll explain a little bit more. There are achievements you can get more chips from, more currency to convert into accessories. And then there's this guy. So, you don't really gain new equipment. You just kind of upgrade your base equipment with the materials you find from enemies and treasure chests. So you get a few different forms of currency here. You get the moss, the what are they called? The gems or the orbs, the enzymes. So you use the materials, you use the gold, and you craft all your items here. You're just gonna slowly upgrade them, which I like. This is basically when I really started getting into cosmetics the first time I played this game, because you're gonna go through basically the entire warrior and a little bit of a mage set in this one. All the way up to, I think, level 80. I think level 80 is the cap in this one. You can still do your glam in this, but for the first time in here, I decided to just chill out on the glam. We are still playing as Colette, but I feel like now I kind of look like some punk rocker guy. It's pretty cool. Yep, and that's where you get the achievements at. Most of the bosses are pretty hard. Like I said, this is a solo quest, so we're gonna do 1 through 10. And I'm gonna get fucked. I'm gonna get fucked by the 10th boss. But that is okay, right? We're gonna have a little fun. Slap a couple buns. And I think we'll do quite a few of these. I've gone up to like floor 10 or so far, so. Not 10 or so, 30 or so on my other file. But with that, now we have all of our slots filled on our equipment, so we can start doing Astolia Defense Force with everyone, officially. Which I'm quite excited about. It's one of my favorite modes, if you haven't guessed yet. I've already started a series on Astolia Defense Force, so you should know that I love that mode so much. I really, really do. Now, if I can figure out how to get through the tutorial, we can start this dang mission here. But while we're starting, I guess I will get on to the theory today. You all know how this Dragon Quest gameplay goes. I'll be showing you how to do all of the mysteries, so no worries there. You kind of have to. I mean, you're not going to get far without solving these damn things. I mean, I assure you there. And so now, this theory, the mysterious theory, I know you're all so curious. I know you're all so, invested. Let me tell you guys, we got a banger here. We got a banger here today. So let me preface this by saying the entire world is an RPG, and we all know that to gain what you want in this world, you must, pick a stat, grind it, metagame it, all this good shit, right? But I'm here to discuss a very strict and distinct topic about that. So let's go to Dragon Quest. When you hit a battle, you have 3 options technically for attacking. You have regular attack damage, and then you have spells and skills, right? And in my eyes, I feel like the spells and skills are like the actions we can take in real life. How does that relate? How do they connect? Let's get deeper into that. To use skills, you have to use weapons. You have to use your arts, your technological devices, huh? You see where I'm going with this? Because you see, skills in general, in my eyes, are humans using the objects they have at their disposal to advance themselves in their lives, whether that be to connect with others, whether that be to educate, inform, entertain, whatever. It's using technology to do that action, to cause some damage, right? But what are spells then? If skills are the technology, spells are more of the physical realm, more of the emotional realm, more of the human to human interaction. So that's when you do something like not call someone on the phone and walk over to their house and knock on their door and be like, hey, I need to tell you something. That's a spell. The reason why that really feels like a spell nowadays is because it hardly ever happens. But yeah, no, in general, guys, everything we do physically with another human, I always call that a spell. Interacting with our real world, you have no idea how crazy it is. And you probably never will understand how crazy it is until you're probably on some insane mind-altering drug. Because it's kind of hard to conceptualize by yourself. So essentially, whenever we talk and we conversate with another human, a third entity forms in the world, and that is the spell ball. That is the general spell cast. That's the icicles falling down, the earth rising from the ground. That third entity You can call it God, you can call it source, you can call it whatever. That's the unsaid rules, the unwritten technology of society formed within us. Because no matter what, whenever you have a conversation with another person outside of your house, you are in society. You are now a member of society. And because of that, their relationship is baked into your conversation, your interaction. So it makes the spell. So it makes the MP. And if we look at life this way, you can see we are moving towards more of a skill-based set. And that is scary. Anybody who's played Dragon Quest, you know you can make it through a good portion of the game skill-less or spell-less, right? You can. But no one's ever going to tell you that the Hustle Dance is better than the Omni Hill, right? Like in general, spells are better. So with things like AI and stuff coming out and sex robots, I'm like, guys, you know, this is not acceptable replacement in my book. I mean, sure, for a little while it's okay to tap out and be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore with people. But you do realize that spells will always be more effective. You're doing an inefficient thing to solve this not easily solvable, but you know, generally resolvable issue with less faults than others. It's just, guys, we have stopped taking the long road. Because spells take a long time to do good damage with. Anybody who's played a mage in this game, it's not like you just pick mage and you start doing 999, you start breaking the damage cap. No, man, and if you really want to do damage, you gotta grind mage and sage to 100? People don't want to do that. They're like, if I want a girlfriend, right? I gotta get all the money, I gotta work out, get my body fit, and I have to get my emotional regulation right. Like, this is too much. This is too much for me. Nobody wants to do that. And I'm like, you just have your objectives wrong. You just have your goals wrong. Because we should want to do this anyways, but the problem is, guys get a girlfriend, and they're like, well, I don't need to do that because I already have someone locked down. And then guys don't have a girlfriend, and like, well, I don't want to do that because I don't have a girlfriend to comfort me while I do it, so I'm going to feel really sad and annoyed and just pissed off and crash out on somebody. And I'm like, guys, come on, man. This is stuff that you should just want to do to be a man. To be a guy. And I know a lot of stuff about the world. Oh, it's so depressed, it's crazy, I don't want to go myself, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You should be so happy that we live in this world so that you can be the one everybody looks to. I am not happy because I don't like being the one everybody looks to. I hope this isn't how everybody in my position feels. But when you are that guy, you get really tired of every girl falling all over you, and every guy getting angry at that and deciding to not talk to you or use your shit without asking you. Steal your things, talk down in your name, gossip about you, whatever, man. All that vindictive shit, and you just gotta take it on the chin and be like, I'm above that. Fuck that shit, dog. That makes us want to use a skill. But I'm like, no, man. No. You can hold off. They are inherently unneeded. Well, it is technology, you know? It is. And advancements will always be made. They're always going to get better. And although the damage cap for spells, pretty crazy, pretty high, you know, you can get up there. Nobody but the 1% is able to sustain that lifestyle. You know, you get way up with the spells and then suddenly you're way back down with the skills. And you're like, this is all I can do now. I don't know. There's no self-control, you know? Everybody loses their MP way too quickly. But you know, guys, the only thing that we really need to be is alive. That's it. That's it. So all this bullshit I'm telling you about growing and progressing and being a better person and only using spells, who cares? We're surviving. We're surviving. The thing I have a problem with nowadays is everybody trying to divide the truth. Like, don't lie to these fuckers and tell them skills are the way. Skills are the end all be all. You know, there's still merit to talking to people physically. But we're not all seen as commodities, as projects, as products. Human products. Isn't that crazy, huh? Like, I thought I was making art. I thought this video was the product. No, my friend. Your moneymaker is right above your mouth. Right below your nose. Right between your eyes. It's that brain. And I ain't talking like an OF model, baby. I may suck, but not on camera. Guys, we have to just rely on the inherent truth of the world. And don't let people lie to you. Don't let AI lie to you. Because some people may think no, there's just no real truth. You know, anything could be anything, really. And like, no. The world has real truth in it. And sometimes that truth is good, and sometimes that truth is bad. But we have to interact with the truth. Oh my gosh, my alarm needs to stop. There we go. 7 a.m. I know you guys sometimes like me to tell you what the time is. However, we're having a good day, night, morning, evening, whatever. But yeah, guys, there is one truth. Just like you know what time it is now. Whatever time it is in your place, in your Japan, in your America, in your Europe. Whatever time it is the truth. And that's one thing that you can just rely on. You can just see, like, that is the truth. The problem is, in general interactions, in general populace, and now it's definitely leaking onto media, so where we see it a lot more definitively. People are lying to us blatantly. And you have to go to multiple different news sources to get the truth. People are writing research papers using AI, and the AI isn't lying. It just quotes wrong. It just tells wrong. And then you look like a liar because you didn't fact check the shit. People only see things from one news source, and it's covered unreliably. So their truth gets baked in some sort of horrible bias that they may not even have. The world has become a confusing place. And if the truth gets muddled, I would say we probably just need to disconnect for a little bit. Stop being so trusting. I don't care who it is, real life or fake or parasocial, you gotta fact check that shit. If you don't like my theory, go ahead and fact check me, you know? I don't know how you would be able to fact check this one. This is a little bit weird, but you get my point. You understand what I'm putting down here, right? This world can't control us. Well, it can, but we can't let it control us and let this new god of AI source us into lost oblivion. Because guys, the power grid is being overloaded. Absolutely overloaded by AI. You know, the new technologies they're making cannot even sustain it. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna have AI so good, it's gonna replace everyone. And the AI that they're making right now that cannot replace everyone is overloading the grid. Like, what are we fucking crazy? You can fact check that. I would actually implore you to fact check that. What we need to remember is that everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own way. Everyone has their own spells. I don't care who you are, man. You may have one or two of the same spells as someone else. No one's got the same set. And they all have value. There is no way in the world that people are just gonna be like, oh man, I guess I don't need to talk to people anymore. These robots are so courteous. All their customer service skills are nice. I feel like all my needs are being met. You know, all the spells are being cast by the AI. It's fine. Nobody's gonna say that. Nobody says that now. I don't think people are gonna start. It's only the normies and idiots and everybody who hates art, everybody who doesn't know how to make music, everybody who doesn't know how to hold a pencil, crashing out and saying, because I can make it, because I can type some shitty words in, this is gonna destroy a bunch of jobs. But the thing is, the jobs were already leaving. Right now, most executive tech positions are gone. We just have the lower roles. We just have the pack mules. We just have the minions. I think they're coming out with Minions 4. Because that's what we are as a populace, as an America. I don't know how it is over Japan, but all these middle class, blue collar roles, they're all fucking gone, man. Or we are all earning pennies. You can't get a mid-tier job nowadays, man. You're either the bottom or the top. They are destroying the middle class. Because the more the gap is, the more the divide is, the more you get the people to fight each other, the less they fight the people up top. It is what it is, guys. You gotta learn the game so that you're not controlled by it. So that you're not manipulated by the tower. Because you know what? Unlike the actual mysterious tower, real life doesn't have 70 floors. Real life has like fucking infinite floors. It has like over 2 billion floors. And then no motherfucker has made it to the top of that shit. Elon Musk over here at like floor like 1,878,000, and he's like, ooh, I still got a little bit of climb. We gotta go to space. Fuck Jesus, man. But you see, this game can get crazy. Because if you don't know how to stop, if you don't have vision, if you don't have goals, you're going to kill yourself. You are going to kill yourself. With one way or another. And that's what the system wants. We are the burnout generation. They want you obedient. They want you distracted, lost. They want a slave that does everything they're told until they can't. And now they've made it with AI. Because AI ain't gonna stop. That motherfucker just gonna go. The sad thing about it, though, guys, is that your boss really doesn't care about your spells. Your boss doesn't give a fuck about your spells. Your boss may love your spells, but if your skills aren't up to par, they're gonna drop you. They're gonna drop you. And it's really sad, but a lot of jobs can't get around the fact that you have to be technologically efficient in some way. You're using an iPad, you're using a screen, you're using a computer, you're using a keyboard, you're using a mouse. In some way, at every job, at least every job I've had, like there's nothing, I do a lot of retail and food. There's nothing I can do that I can't like interact with a computer. And I'm fine with that. I'm a millennial. I was raised in the technological area. If I can talk, I will. Don't worry, guys. The technological era that excuse me, that developed the PCs and whatnot. So I had a computer growing up in middle school, and I became technologically illiterate. Take off the ill. Because I felt the need to stay inside. I didn't feel as accepted as my peers. Like, I always knew I was different, but I wasn't bullied. And as a matter of fact, later on in my high school years, I kind of became the bully because I was just too smart for those motherfuckers. Funny enough, brain power can sometimes exceed. There have been times where I've been caught in confrontational situations, but I always know how to get out of them. I always know how to talk my way out of them because people really don't know what they want. And how do I know that? Because I don't know what I want. So you can really get out of anything by just asking a specific set of questions to really understand why. Why? So many things are solved by basic understanding, guys. Basic understanding. You don't gotta get too lateral with it. Honestly, that's what turns a lot of people off. A lot of girls off, you know? They don't really, really want to get you. They just want basic understanding. And that's what you should want as well. I used to think I need to understand everything about women. I need to get everything. I need to get all the details. And now I'm like, God damn, why did I do that? That was terrible. That was a horrible idea. Now I hate women. Why did I do that? You've made a mistake. But you see what I mean, guys? We really don't know what we want. We really don't. But I know what I want. I want you to subscribe. We're done today. I'll talk more about the theory maybe in the Mysterious Tower next time. I love you. Drop a like if you love me. Drop a like if you like me. And drop a like if your mom loves cheese. Matter of fact, put your mom loves cheese in the comments. Okay, guys, I love you. See you later. Have a good day. Destroy the planet.